All right, y'all. This video is going to be about the whole Jon Kent situation. Superman's son and Lois. Superman and Lois. Clark Kent and Lois' son is gay. His name is Jon Kent, and he's like following in his dad's footstep as well as Superman or whatever. It's in the comics, and there's outrage about that. The straight community feel some kind of way, and you already know the argument. The go-to is, well, we don't want s-uality. I can't say the word, but sex-uality shown to the kids, right? So that's their whole argument. And I feel like, to keep it real with you, the reason why they use that argument is because they already know what the gay community going to say. The gay community are going to say, um, well, what about uh, straight people? So what the straight people do is say, oh, no, 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 it's not a gay thing. We don't want that sexuality being shown to our kids, period. It doesn't matter if you're straight or gay. Now, and that's what they're talking about when it comes to cartoons or comics and whatnot. And my thing is this. I think you should just say how you feel, regardless of who feelings you hurt. At least it's your truth and how you view things, whether I or the gay person agree or not. That's how you see it. So I'm gonna tell you in a minute what I mean by say it with your chest, okay? Because I'm gonna expose the BS, and people can get mad. This might be a controversial video, and people may get in their feelings and always want to argue everything instead of listening. But here's the truth, right? When you say straight people, you know who you are, who got an issue. When you say it's not, when it comes to the kids, leave sexuality out of it. It's let kids be kids. That's their favorite thing. Protect them kids. Let kids be kids. My thing is this: if it's not about gays and straight people shouldn't be doing it either, why for so long were we quiet when Peter Parker, okay, Spider-Man, was kissing on Gwen Stacy or Mary Jane, and even Black Cat slash Felicia Hardy? Why were we okay with that? That was in the cartoons. They were kissing on each other, flirting with each other, going on dates, asking each other out. Isn't that a S-uality? Being hetero? Liking the opposite? So they can see that and see Poison Ivy kissing on everything with a post and trying to seduce everybody and hunch every doggone thing. So we can see that. But so when you use that argument and say, oh, it's not about gay, it's also straight as well. Well, y'all had a long time to complain, and not near one of y'all complained. So please stop trying to play with my intelligence and others. You may fool others with that, some straights with that, but people with sense, they ain't falling for that nonsense. And I think people who really say it with their chest, it's going to be like, no, that's not what it is. This is what it is. And I'm going to tell you what I mean by say it with your chest. I prefer straight people who got a problem with this just to keep it real. Okay? Because you already know what the gay folks are going to say. Well, especially me. I'm going to be like, if Peter Parker can kiss and all of this and go on out, and Spider-Man can hang upside down and kiss, and Batman can kiss and say and go on dates, why can't this Jon Kent come out as bisexual? Why can't he in the future hold a man hand? And if you got an issue with that, then you should have never had it on there in the first place with anybody behaving that way. But it was always that way. So let's talk about what this is really about. This is really about straight people being uncomfortable with gay people, okay, in cartoons. First of all, on TV, period. But especially cartoons. And I'm going to tell you why, especially from the straight male. You know what they say? This is what they really saying. I do not agree with two men and two women. I think that's abnormal. I think that's wrong. And I don't want my kids seeing that, because I don't believe being gay or lesbian is genetics. I think it's influence for the most part. So if I believe it's influence and they're on my television, let's say a comic book, or even TV, I don't want them reading it or looking at the imagery, because I believe it could influence them, and because I think it's abnormal. And on top of that, as you know, I don't think they should see that. I don't think you should see the same sex doing this because that is abnormal. It is normal for a man and a woman to be together, and that's how you make babies and blase blase. That's what they're really saying. And they don't mind their child. They really don't mind their child seeing Black Cat flirting and chasing down Spider-Man and kissing him. They don't care if MJ and Gwen Stacy is going after Spider-Man and he's torn in between the two and he's taking them out on dates and kissing them. They don't care if Poison Ivy is blowing pink dust and trying to seduce every man with a post and hunch them. They don't care. They don't care about the sex innuendos when it comes to straight people. That's not going to make them pipe up and scream and be so aggressive and post it online and on Instagram. They're not going to do that because they feel like it's normal and that's the way it should be. And they don't want their kids to be influenced in another direction because they believe that being gay or lesbian or other is influence and it's something that you can do about it to stop it. So if I turn the television off or if I'm outraged and say this shouldn't be, maybe they will cancel the show or stop it from going in the comic books. That's what they really feel. And not too many are saying that. What most of them are saying is protect the kids, the gay community doing too much because they want to be equal and seen as normal because that is the agenda, to be seen as normal. They want the next generations to see that way it won't be a big deal, it won't be bullying kids and all that other extra stuff. But gay people see it as, because they're ignorant, straight people see it as, I'm sorry, because they're ignorant and they don't know any better about what it is to be gay, they see it as, oh no, you're trying to influence our kids to be that way, versus make it normal and cater and relate to the ones that are that way. You know, because growing up I was that way, and I didn't really see it in cartoons, but when I was like 11, 12, 13, I saw it in Degrassi, and that was, I feel like it was age appropriate and whatnot, because that's the age when you know you are. I feel like all these show stuff is like more age appropriate. I never seen them had a 5-year old came out that way, because I think at 5 you don't really truly know what you like, and you don't have the language to explain it, and there's nothing sexual going on there. But when you get to a certain age, 12, 13, yes, your hormones, something is going on, and you know for sure. But it is what it is. But I just feel like if they say that, if they just say, I don't think it's normal, I don't think it, da, 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 it's influence, I may disagree and say, no, I think it's genetics and there's nothing you can do about it. But it stops there. There's no more arguing back and forth. The arguments in the back and forth comes from when straight people try to lie and hide behind and trying to, you know, act like, oh no, it's about this, and no, we don't want straights or gays doing this. But it's like, but y'all never complained before when straights been doing it. You never complained before. But my thing is, if you just kept it real, I might not agree, but I'm gonna keep it moving. But I'll go back and forth for you until you just be honest and just say it straightforward. Don't lie. Say it like you mean it, whether we agree or not. Just say, I think it's abnormal. I think it's influence. And I do not want my son or daughter to be that way, especially a son, because that's the one they really focus on. So that's my opinion on this situation and exposing it. And please don't try to post what a gay person say in the community like a flame Monroe, because I don't care about people who like to pander. Just like in the black community, they call them, we got some coons and tap dancing and all of that. Uncle Tom, guess what? In the gay community, we got people who like to pander to straights to get cool points. I've seen it done. And when they get around the gay crowd, they say a different thing. So it is what it is. But comment in the comment section and tell me what you think about the situation. If you can comment, because sometimes when I think that you can comment in the comment section, you can't. They don't let you for some reason. Maybe it's because of the age thing, or depends on the topic that you're talking about. But I look at my settings to see what was wrong. But so it could be numerous of reasons. So if you can comment, I would love, whether you on the other side or not, whether you gay or not, whether you against it, whether you for it, just comment what you truly feel and believe. But don't be too vulgar and nasty, because your comments are going to get deleted when you do that. So thank you for tuning in. I can't wait to see what everyone has to say about this situation.